Hi, my name is Taahir. I'm the Creative Director at R17 Ventures, and today we're going to be talking about the content marketing trends and the graphic design trends for 2022. So the first marketing trend that we're going to be talking about is the short DIY videos. So think of this as the Instagram, TikTok videos that you see all the time, right? We don't market a food product anymore as just this food product. We actually show the consumer and the customer how to make the end product using these sort of ingredients. So that's what you can think of the DIY videos as. The second one is telling stories, right? So from a business perspective, we're not telling the story on the consumer part, telling the stories from the business perspective. We are telling the consumer how our business was built, the story behind our business, the authentic part behind why we do and why we sell what we sell. The third one would be focusing on your audience. So this is, your UGC type of content. It's using the content that your audience already uploads on your product, on your services, on their social, and remarketing that back to them. So it's another way of showing that authenticity and showing how amazing your product and service is through the eyes of your consumer to your consumers. The fourth one would be privacy and transparency. This goes hand in hand with the whole real story thing, telling, your audience about your story, right? But this is on a much more deeper level. This is actually embracing your flaws, right? I mean, no business is perfect, but most businesses try and hide those flaws. I mean, look at Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook at a time. That there was that whole big controversy that happened. Ever since that, Facebook started becoming more transparent. They became more open with all of their doings, and that actually boosted Facebook in the long term. The fifth trend that we're looking at is personalization. So this comes with all the custom built products and services that you see out there, custom built diet planning, custom built workout plannings, custom built supplement planning. This comes all the way down to the micro marketing. Instead of focusing on the macro, instead of focusing on a broad audience, you're focusing on your individual consumers' needs and trying to meet those individual consumers' needs. An example would be polls on Instagram stories. That's an example of personalization. The sixth one would be content segmentation, and you see this mostly on YouTube, right? Big channels nowadays, they're not super niche anymore. They have a niche, for example, cooking around the kitchen, but then they have different segments within that niche, right? So it's like sub niches within a niche, and this allows your consumer to have a bit more variety, a bit more to choose from, still sticking within the same niche. The seventh one would be conversational marketing, and this is mostly around education. You want to inform your audience about your brand, about your business, about your services. You want to have a conversation with them, and this goes into the eighth one, and I feel like it's the most important one in terms of creating content. It will be building a brand and not a business. The reason why this is so important is because nowadays, people, they don't like seeing, these normal produced ads anymore. They don't like the super corporate feel. They want to resonate with someone. They want to feel like, we care about you. So when you build a brand and you don't build a business, you're essentially building a brand directed for your audience's specific needs, making them feel important, making them feel like they belong with you. Gives them a sense of family. The way that you do this is by providing value, exactly what we're doing actually right now. This is the biggest thing that we've done at R17. We provide value. We don't provide a service, we don't provide products, we provide value to our consumers, to our clients, and to our fans. And now moving on to the graphic design trends for 2022. There are 6 trends that I have up here. This, graphic design trends are super hard, to predict in a way, because design as a whole is very subjective and it changes day to day, week to week, month to month. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint, but this is just going on the data that we've collected over the past few years and the data that we analyzed and we can predict for the future. The first graphic design trends for 2022 is going to be colorful minimalism. So, everyone wants a clean, sleek, minimalistic design, but a splash of color will never hurt. And I'm not talking just about a black and white with an accent color. I'm talking about full-blown color. Not too harsh, but keeping it quite pastel, right? Keeping it quite soft. You want your consumers' eyes to, just be welcomed by your design. The second one would be attention to pop culture, and I'm talking about using references like favorite show on Netflix at the moment, like Squid Game, or using Bitcoin. The third one would be geometric shapes. I mean, geometric shapes the designs have been there since the beginning, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be there till the end of time. Geometric shapes just work. The fourth one would be simple data visualization. So this is taking big data and putting it into a simple infographic by using different icons, simple layouts, allowing your consumer to absorb this big amount of data much easily than they would. The fifth one would be GIFs or movement. Nobody likes static images anymore. They want to be stimulated visually, and studies have shown that this is done by using a lot of movement. And I'm not talking just about videos. I mean, videos are easy to produce. I'm talking about GIFs, I'm talking about animations, motion graphics, etc. And the last one would be panoramic and 3D design. An example pop up on the screen. This just allows your audience to be super immersed within the design. And I'm not talking about VR and AR, I'm just talking about a simple organic post that's edited in Photoshop or in After Effects to make it look like it's VR. This is Taahir from R17, and that is the content marketing trends and the graphic design trends for 2022.